Back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. If you want up to 30 free stocks, MooMoo is going to give you up to 30 free stocks when you open a new MooMoo brokerage account. You put $100 in that brokerage account, they're going to give you 5 free stocks. You put $2,000 in your new brokerage account, they're going to give you 30 free stocks. Limited time offer, guys. Please don't delay. Act today. Get yourself down in that description box. First link down in the description box and click on that MooMoo link. Open up that MooMoo account today. Go get that free stock. Go get that free money. I will also send you a couple of MooMoo tutorial videos to walk you through how to use the MooMoo brokerage app. All you got to do is send me an email through my website, www.richardfang.net. Second link down in the description box. Click on the website link. Send me an email. Let me know that you opened up your MooMoo account and you funded it. That's the key though, guys. You got to fund it if you're going to build wealth, right? No sense of opening it up and it just sit there with no money in it and you ain't executing, right? Don't open it up if that's what you're going to do. But if you're serious about building wealth and using some of these strategies that I use in order to build my wealth, then you're going to need that brokerage account. You're going to learn, you need to learn how to use it. And that's where the tutorial videos are going to come in. So you're going to send me that email through my website and say, Richard, I'm serious. I opened up my MooMoo account. I funded it. Send me those tutorial videos because I know next week is going to be a monster. Right? You know the market is closed on Monday, February 17th. Closed. Market will open on Tuesday, February 18th. So that means today is Sunday, February 16th. You got February 16th and you got February 17th to do what? Take a look at those videos, those tutorials for the MooMoo app. That way you get familiar with it. And in the meantime, make your transfer. It's going to take a few days for your transfer coming from your bank account to your brokerage account. But while you wait on that, guess what you should be doing? Learning. Guys, you can't build wealth. You can't use any of these financial tools that I use unless you are ready to build wealth, unless you have some financial literacy. The financial literacy is going to come with you learning how to use this brokerage app because MooMoo is my primary brokerage account that I use. And have been using it since the beginning of 2024. So it's my primary brokerage account that I use to build wealth. So if you're serious about building wealth, you want to use paper assets, you want to rock with me, try out my strategies that I'm going to run you through today. And we're going to talk about some of the gorilla stocks that I'm going to be using next week to take this thing to another level, man. If you watched my video from yesterday, I kind of gave you guys an update on what the income has been for me over these last 6 weeks, first 6 weeks of 2025. I've given you exactly what I've done in this short investment strategy. So, and again, guys, no guarantees for me, no guarantees for you. Each of us have to look at the information and make our own financial decisions. We can't, oh, tell me what to do. Tell me this. No. You see you go through the strategy and you figure out if it works for you or not. That's how it works, right? We all got to take responsibility for our own investing habits. My investing habits are pretty easy. I'm going to be in the market every day that the market is open. Every day. And I'm going to do it with these 20 to 22 gorilla stocks that I use. And we're going to talk about 2 of them today that have been really controversial over the last day or 2. And that would be Serve Robotics and SoundHound AI. Both of those companies have been shorts of mine all year, and I made a bunch of money on both of them, right? Buying the stock price low and then selling it high. That's it, guys. That's the strategy. Oh, are you day trading? Is it options trading? No, it ain't none of that stuff, man. I don't do none of that. Don't know how to do none of that. All I know is if I can find a pattern in the stock price that allows me to buy it low and then sell it high, that's all I need to know. I don't need to know nothing about no options trading. I don't need to know nothing about no day trade. I don't need to know about any of that. All I need to know is there an opportunity for SoundHound AI to trade at $10 a share and I can buy it? And will it go at some point to 11, 12, 13, $14 a share? That's it. That's all I got to figure out. And how do I figure out all of that? Well, I go to Yahoo Finance and I look at the last 30 days of this stock price. That's all I do, guys. There ain't no options trade. There ain't no, what charts do you look at? Do you know how to read charts? Man, I don't even know what that is. What do I need all that for? That just confuses people. I don't need no charts. I don't need no graphs. I don't need no analysis. All I need to be able to do is go to Yahoo Finance, look at the last 30 days of what this stock price has done and find me an entry and an exit. That's it. I'm not trying to, listen guys, I'm not trying to recreate the wheel here. I'm trying to take advantage of fluctuations in volatile, fast-growing companies. That's all I'm trying to do here. I'm not trying to be some expert in reading charts and candlesticks and all this other stuff y'all be saying to me when y'all email me. Here's what I've learned. If you knew anything about that, you wouldn't be emailing me asking me about it. See, anytime somebody emails you or asks you a question about something with all these fancy words in it, they don't know what they're talking about. They done heard it somewhere, and now they want to try to, because if you knew what candlesticks were, if you knew what charts or how to read charts, you wouldn't be asking me this question, you wouldn't be here. See, neither would I. I wouldn't be here. But I don't know how to do any of that, but I'm just truthful enough to tell you guys that. I don't know anything about options trading. Never have, never will, because I don't need it. All I need to be able to do is say, will Serve Robotics trade at $12 a share again? And do I believe at some point, will it go to $14 a share? That's all I need to know. I don't need none of the rest of this fancy stuff y'all be talking about. I don't need any of that. All I need to know is those two things. And where do I find it at? Yahoo Finance. I go to Yahoo Finance, I go right to the search bar, and I type in the ticker symbol, SERV. Let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. Let's go to Yahoo Finance and type in SERV. That's the ticker symbol for Serve Robotics. Hit enter. And then guess what? Yahoo Finance is going to bring up Serve Robotics. See, that's all I got to do. Go right here. It's free. They don't charge me nothing for this. I don't need to read no candlesticks. I don't need no charts. I don't need no options trading. I don't need any of that stuff to be able to do this. I don't need to know how to do any of that to be able to do this. Now, what do? I go to historical data. See right there where it says news, search. All you got to do is swipe to the left and you're going to go past community, statistics, and then historical data. And let me show you exactly where the magic happens at. Here's the secret sauce. See that right there? That tells me the last the last year worth of trading days. Every trading day for the last year is right here. Now, I don't go back a whole year. I go back 30 days. So what do? Today is what? February 14th? I go back to January 14th. Pretty simple, guys. Pretty simple. I ain't got to be no genius. I ain't got to be no guy that reads charts and graphs and what's the RSI, what's the resistance level, all this other crap that we throw around that we don't understand any of it. We don't understand any of it, because if we did, we wouldn't be in here. Let's just be honest with each other. If you really understood all of that stuff, you wouldn't be in here. There would be no need for a guy like me. You just go out here and get paid. Right? So all I'm saying is forget all of that and just concentrate on a couple basic fundamentals. And it'll help you, man. I'm telling you, this is all I do, guys. This is all I do. I don't do anything else other than right here what I'm telling you guys. So I go back to January 14th. So when I go to January 14th, what am I looking for? Now, here's what Yahoo Finance is going to give you when you go to historical data. It's going to give me, right, for the last year, it'll give me every trading day over the last year, right, from February 16, 2024 to February 16, 2025. Every single trading day, it will give me what that stock opened at, the opening price per share. It'll give me the high, whatever the highest price that stock hit that day, it will give it to me. It will also give me the lowest point for that stock price in that day. It'll give it to me. It'll also give me what the stock actually closed at. It will also give me the trading volume. Now, the trading volume part, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't use very much. Why? Can't make sense of it. All I know is you got pretty good trading volume. The higher the trading volume, the better. But it could be trading because people are buying. It could be trading because people are what? Selling it. They're selling it or buying it. That's the trading volume. I don't get too much into that because now you got to get really, really sophisticated and learn. I don't want to know all that. I don't want to overload my little filter system. See, the more I try to learn when it comes to this, guys, the more I confuse myself. I don't know about how y'all learn, but for me, the way I learn is defining a simple way to learn it. The more jargon, the more analysis, the more people I listen to, guess what happens? The more I don't know, the more I confuse myself. So I don't listen to a bunch of people, nor do I try to seek out a bunch of information. I don't care what Serve Robotics does 10 years from now. Why? Because it's a short-term investment for me. You know what I care about Serve Robotics? On Tuesday, that one day, that's when I care about Serve Robotics. Can I buy Serve Robotics at $12 a share on Tuesday? Can I get it at $12 a share on Tuesday, and will it go to 13 on Tuesday? Will it go to 14? And if it goes to 13, I'm pulling the parachute cord. I'm gonna get me $1 a share because I'm gonna have 10,000 shares of it. That's all I care about. I don't care about what Serve Robotics does 15 years from now. You might, but I don't, because I'm not gonna be in Serve Robotics in 15 years. I'm gonna be in Serve Robotics Tuesday morning, February 18th. That's it. Give me my money right then. So I want $1 a share. Now, if things are going fantastic and I can get 2, I'll take it. 3, I'll take it. But I'm not gonna stick around. See, I'm not gonna overstay my welcome in that stock because I know what will happen if I try to overstay my welcome. It'll reverse course on me, and before I know it, I bought it at $12 a share, it'll be $10 a share. This is how volatile these little stocks are, guys. So for me, it's all about not being greedy, not overstaying my welcome, understanding before I buy what my entry is, $12 a share, what is my exit? $13 a share. That's it. That's it. See, when I go into the stock, guys, I know this. I already know this. This is it. Where do I find that information? Right here in this historical data. Because all I got to do is go and look at Serve Robotics. Now, I'll be honest with you, the open, I'll look at the open, but really the thing that is really most important to me is the high and the low. Because see, with the high, if I average out the high over the last 30 days, that gives me a good indication on average over the last 20 trading days. Let's say 18, 20 trading days. It'll tell me the average high price over the last however many trading days. Now, here's the rub though. Remember on Friday, February 14th, Serve Robotics and SoundHound AI stock price tumbled. And the reason it tumbled was NVIDIA, who had purchased shares in these companies. It was public record because why? Public companies can purchase shares of public companies, guys. They can do that just like you and me. So NVIDIA decided they were going to purchase shares of Serve Robotics. They decided they were going to purchase shares of SoundHound. That's what they did. They were shareholders. Now, when they sell those shares, they have to disclose that to the Securities and Exchange Commission. Now it becomes public record. So they sold their shares in these two companies, guys. And people found out about it on Friday, February 14th. I would say they had been sold the shares, but they have a window of time when they have to report that they sold the shares. They probably sold the shares 30 days ago, but they don't have to report it, I believe, for like 45 days. I could be wrong on that. Go do your research. I'm just giving y'all my little, 2 cents that I got, right? At some point, they got to tell the Securities and Exchange Commission they sold these stocks. And everybody found out on Friday morning. Matter of fact, they found out pre-market Because if you looked at both of them pre-market, they were already tail diving. They were cratering. And then when the market opened, they continued to. Now, here's the interesting thing for a guy like me. This is why I believe these two stocks will still make millionaires and make people rich in 2025. Here's the thing. You got to look at where they settled at on Friday. Let's take a look. And what do I find at? Yahoo Finance. I told y'all guys, everything you need to know, in my opinion, is right here on Yahoo Finance. So let's look at what Serve Robotics opened at on Friday, February 14th. The stock price opened at $13.85, right? I'm sorry, I take that back. It opened at $14.64. That's what it opened at. The low for the day was $12.67. Now that was the low, but you got to understand the previous day, which was February 13th, the low was $19.42. So between Thursday and Friday's low, there's a $6 per share fall off. Why was that? Why did the stock fall off by $6, guys, from a low standpoint? Was it business performance of the company? What changed in that company from Thursday, February 13th, to Friday, February 14th? What changed? Was there a business performance change in less than 24 hours? I would say no. So what could have caused this? Market behavior, complete market manipulation. That's what caused this, in my opinion. I'm no financial advisor. I'm no expert. I'm just a regular smuggler who looks at this stuff, and I'm not afraid to tell y'all my opinion. That's all it is. I'm just a regular guy. I'm not afraid to tell you my opinion, though, because I'm an expert at my opinion. That don't mean my opinion is right. I'm just telling you, I believe I'm an expert at my own opinion, right? So my opinion is there was no performance issues with this company. Same thing for SoundHound AI. I don't believe between Thursday and Friday there was a huge fall off from a business performance standpoint in SoundHound either. It wasn't. So what was it, Richard? It was complete business. It was complete market behavior, market manipulation. That's all it was, right? Now, here's the thing you got to ask yourself also. Both of these companies, who runs these companies? Does NVIDIA run these companies? Does NVIDIA make decisions for these companies about what products or services or what R&D they do? No. NVIDIA doesn't run Serve Robotics. NVIDIA doesn't run SoundHound AI. They're a shareholder. They don't run the company. Jensen Huang is not the co-CEO of SoundHound and NVIDIA. He's not the co-CEO of NVIDIA and Serve Robotics. No, NVIDIA's a shareholder that decided they were going to change directions and go a different direction with their money. They were going to go somewhere else. I don't know what their decision was. They don't have to tell us that. But what you got to understand is you got to know the difference between business performance, which causes a stock price to fall, or market manipulation and market behavior. So it's a difference between business performance and market behavior, guys, market manipulation. In my opinion, both of these companies' stock price fell based on market behavior. Has nothing to do with their business, in my opinion now. You guys may disagree, and that's okay. So, what is my entry on Tuesday into Serve Robotics? Well, my entry is $12 a share. Now, that don't mean when the market open, I'm just diving head first. No. When the market opens on Tuesday morning, I'm gonna wait and see. In about the first 30 minutes, let me figure out which direction this stock wants to go. I got a funny feeling it's gonna run. That's my opinion. Now, I could be dead wrong, guys. I'm no expert here, no candlesticks, no charts, no analysis, no whatever else y'all think these other guys on YouTube be telling y'all. None of that. It's just my personal intuition. My gut feeling says it's a bargain right now, and people know that, and somebody gonna pick it up. Somebody gonna, no, why would somebody wanna buy SoundHound at $10 a share? Or Serve Robotics at $12. Why would somebody do that? Listen, guys, everybody that's an investor wants to be the investor that is able to say, you know something? I bought Serve Robotics at $12 a share back in 2025, and right now in 2030, they done split 3 times. They're a $3 trillion company, and I'm a billionaire. Everybody want that. Most people want to be the guy or gal that says, I bought Apple when it was not Apple. I bought Serve Robotics when it was just a fledgling little company at $12. See, people want that. And guess what? Guess what happens when people want that? What do they do with their money? They invest it in these little companies. Why? Because they want the next big thing. They want a home run. So people coming back to invest in these companies. Now, on Monday, maybe it will fall. Serve Robotics will keep falling. I don't know, because I already told y'all I'm not buying pre-market. I'm buying in normal market hours. So I'm going to wait and see. I'm going to wait and see exactly where the tailwind is. Do we have a tailwind or a headwind? I'm going to find out where the wind is blowing. Is it a headwind on Tuesday or is it a tailwind? And let me tell you, if it's a tailwind, I'm in. And I'm going to ride that tailwind to wherever it takes me. As long as it's $13 a share or $14 a share, I'm in good shape. Pull a parachute cord and get out of it. That's it. And I'll do that every single day. The market is open if it gets to that price. Now, market opens and there's a headwind and the stock is struggling and it's fallen from $12 or $13 or what. Oh, matter of fact, what did it close at? Let's see what it closed at. Let's see what it closed at. Matter of fact, let's take a look at where it closed at on Friday, so we can get a good understanding of where we may potentially. Okay, so it closed at $13.85. Now let me help y'all out with a little something. Here's a little something. This is how you make money in these little gorilla stocks. See, if you were sharp and you was on, now the only reason I wasn't sharping on this thing because I was in Rocket Lab on Friday, made 20 grand. 20 grand in Rocket Lab on Friday. So all my money was tied up in Rocket Lab. I went all in on Rocket Lab. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just telling you what I do, guys. If I lose it all, I'm okay. I'll go to sleep at night. Yeah, I'll be a restless night worth of sleep, but I'll wake up the next morning and get back on the saddle. I'm not telling y'all to go all in on nothing. I'm just telling you what I do. On Friday, I bought 20,000 shares of Rocket Lab. All in. Looking for $1. And guess what? I got $1.25. So you know what I made. I made over 20 grand that day. Boom. So therefore, I couldn't take advantage of Serve because I was already in Rocket Lab and I pushed all the chips to the center of the table in Rocket Lab. Now, why did I do that with Rocket Lab? Because I've been buying Rocket Lab for 6 weeks and I know the patterns. I know the patterns, guys. Rocket Lab get $27 a share unless business performance pops up or some type of crazy market manipulation pops up. That $27 a share at some point going to 28. It's going to go to 29 at some point. It's going to go to 30 at some point. Somewhere in that 27 to 30 range, there's gold in them hills. And I've been in them golds mining them hills for that gold. And I struck gold on Friday. Matter of fact, that whole week I struck gold, but I really struck gold on Friday in it. Really? Right? So I didn't have money available on Friday because I was tied up in Rocket Lab to even go into Serve. But if I had the money, guys, let me tell you something. This thing fell down to $12.67. It closed at $13.85. You see where I'm going with this? So it closed $1 and about 12 cents. $1.12, $1.13, something. I ain't that good with math. But it closed over $1 from the low. Now, check this out. Had I had money on Friday to be able to go into Serve, I would have. I'd have went in at around, I probably would have went in around $13 though. Because what I would have did is once it hit $12.67, I would have wanted to see momentum taking it back up before I got in. I wouldn't have got right in at the $12.67 while it could have still been dropping. I would have seen evidence of it turning. Once it turned and got to about 13 a share, I would have bought me 10,000 shares. And then I would have rolled that thing up to 1350, 1375 and bailed out and made me 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 grand. Just like that. That's what I would have done on Friday had I had more money in the brokerage account. But everything was dedicated to Rocket Lab. But again, I hit a home run. I don't hit home runs every day, but that was a home run for me in my little wealth building plan. May not be that much money to you, but for me, it was important. But it capped off a $73,000 week. Made $73,000 in these little short-term stocks that I'm talking to you about today. Serve Robotics, SoundHound, Super Microcomputer. Now that's a big company. Super Microcomputer and Rocket Lab. Those are the four. Oh, and Tempest AI. Hit a nice little lick for about 12 grand in Tempest AI, like on Tuesday or Wednesday. This is what I do though, guys. And I don't know much about no Tempest AI. I don't even know what they do. Do I care? No. Why? Because I'm not being in them long term. All I want to know is there momentum and optimism and FOMO behind this thing? And it is. You see what has happened to Tempest AI, guys, over the last week or two. Have y'all been following this stock? When I originally did a video about this about 2 to 3 weeks ago, I told y'all Nancy Pelosi bought a big block of this. It was in the 40s at that point. And I believe it got all the way up to almost $90 a share on Friday. 85, 84, 85, something like that. And I just been chipping at it. I got in a couple days ago back in, I believe it was Wednesday. Let me see what day that was. I'll tell you exactly the day I got into it and made 12 grand. I'll tell you exactly when I got into it. Let me put in a ticker symbol. I'll tell you exactly when I got into Tempest. And again, this ain't because I'm some smart guy. I just know how to look at data on Yahoo Finance and see the trend in the stock and not afraid to pull the trigger. See, I'm not one of these guys that's scared. Scared money don't make no money, right? Scared money don't make no money. Here we go. What day was that thing was at 60? Here it is. Here it is right here. I believe it was February 12th. February 12th. It opened at $68.43. This is what it opened at now. $68.43. That's what Tempest opened at on February 12th. The low on February 12th was $68.03. So what was I doing when the market opened on Tempest? This is what I did. When the market opened, I said, okay, let me see where the wind is blowing. Is it going to come out the gate with a tailwind? That means it's going to immediately go up. Or will it come out of the gate with a headwind, which means it's going to immediately go down? So that's what I wanted to see with Tempest, right? So when Tempest came out the gate, what did it do? Immediately it started falling. And then all of a sudden, momentum caught it, and I saw the turn. And I said, okay, it's turning at 68.03, 68.05, 68.30, 68. And I said, no, let it get to 69 to make sure the momentum is real. So I let it get to 69 and I pulled the trigger on it. Bought 7,000 shares. 7,000 shares at 69. And guess what it did? When I bailed out of it, I rode it all the way up to around 71 and over $2, just shy of $2 a share. And I made about 12 grand off of those 7,000 shares. And I jumped out. Guess what it continued to do? It went higher. It went higher. The high of the day was $74.78. That was on Wednesday, guys. Guess what the high was on Friday? This was Wednesday. Guess what the high was on Friday? $91.45. See, don't tell me, guys, listen, all you got to do is go look at the numbers and follow the numbers, man. I don't know what all this candlestick stuff, and I'm sure that works for these professional guys and gals who know what they're doing. But for you, people like you and I, we don't know what we're doing with no candlesticks and all that. But I do know what I'm doing. I can look at numbers and say, okay, let me take the last 20 trading days. This is all you got to do, guys. Take the last 20 trading days and average. So add them all up. Okay, last 20 trading days, I want to add up to find my exit. I want to look at the high. The high. Whatever the high price was for that day through Yahoo Finance, because they give you all the information right there. All you got to have is a little calculator. Or do this, copy and paste it and put it in the Chat GPT and tell Chat GPT to give you the average. Chat GPT will give you the average of those 20 trading days. Now, guess what I got? I just got me an exit. I just got my exit price because I'm going to take those 20 trading days and whatever the average is, that's my exit. How do I find my entry? I do the same thing with the low. Take the last 20 low, the lowest point in that day, take the last 20 lows, cut and paste them into Chat GPT, ask Chat GPT to give you the average of these 20 trading days. And there's your entry. And then you just gotta not be afraid. Guys, there's a risk of losing money in this thing, guys. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. There's a risk you can lose money in this. And if you're not prepared to do that, keep your money in your money market account at your bank. Keep it in your CDs at your bank because you got FDIC insurance, it's protected, it's guaranteed. If you want a little bit more return on it, go get your US Treasury bond. Get your 10-year yield, a 10-year Treasury bond, you'll probably be in the 4.5% range. Good 4%, 4.5% return for your guaranteed money by the United States government. But if you're gonna do what I do, you're gonna have to take some risks because that's what's gonna be necessary for you to make money. If you're not willing to take risks and you're afraid to lose any money, don't do this. It's not for you. It's not for you. Stick to the money market, or if you want a situation where you can kind of reduce the risk, then just go big boy blue chip ETFs like the S&P 500 or the total stock market, or go find you an industry specific ETF with a long history and a long track record of multiplying money. See, that's the long-term wealth building plan that I have that I follow as well. But I got to tell you guys, this little short-term strategy, it has blown me away with the level of money you can make. I done left so much money on the table, but that's okay. Because one of the things about this strategy for me is you have to develop discipline. You can't get greedy because see, with these gorilla stocks, the stock price will fluctuate. It's so volatile that if you get greedy for 1 second and you take your eye off it and get greedy for 1 second, that thing will, all your profit will disappear in minutes. It'll be gone. So for me, I have to develop discipline. That's why I always say $1 a share is my discipline. If I catch the rabbit and it goes a little bit higher, great, but $1, that's the discipline. And another discipline that I've pivoted to and I've adapted to is never close the day, if you can help it, in the stock. What do I mean by that? If you have a positive position, at least for me, guys, not for you. I'm just telling you what I do. You do whatever is best for you. What I have adapted is if I got a positive position in one of these gorilla stocks. Let's say, for instance, let's say I got SoFi. And I got in SoFi at $14 a share. And the goal was get out of SoFi at $15 a share. Get me $1. That's my goal for today. Now, I'm in this thing all day long, but for some reason, it's not SoFi's day to go to $15 a share, even though that's my goal. My job now that I pivoted to is you know something, Richard? If you got 50 cents a share, 25 cents a share, and it's time to get out of this thing, get out of it and live to fight another day. What I don't want to have happen is what happened with Serve and SoundHound, where overnight, market behavior creeps in, market manipulation creeps in overnight while I'm sleeping, and I get up the next morning and my $14 a share I bought it at is $10 a share. I'm not having that. Because see, this is how fast it happens with these stocks, guys. See, the thing is you and I don't have no control over what happens when we go to bed at night. But there are things in motion, man. When that thing opens up, that market opens up at 4 a.m. Eastern time, there's things that you in there sleeping, snoring, and people in there manipulating stuff. And I'm not going to have my money tied. So for me, I've said to myself, what I'm going to do is before it closes, I'm getting out. And the reason I like getting out doing market hours is because I'm gonna get an instant sale. You wait till aftermarket, guys, there ain't no guarantees because it's limit order. There's no market order in after hours. It's limit. So what are you gonna do? You in at 14, you got profit in your hand. Remember I told y'all bird in the hand, right? Bird in the hand better than two in the bush. Now you got bird in the hand. Now you may not have the bird you were shooting for. Maybe you ain't got the bird. Maybe I'm looking for a fat bird, but I got a little skinny bird, but it's in the hand. Oh, no, I'm gonna wait till aftermarket because I think I get the fat bird aftermarket. Guess what happens? Market manipulation creeps in after hours though. And you got a limit order in there. And you see that thing tumbling. And your little limit order is no good because guess what? It's already under your limit order. So you take your chances. For me, I don't want no after hours. I'm gonna take the bird in the hand doing normal market hours so I can get out swiftly. And then I live to fight another day. Take my little profits. I don't care if it's 10 cent, 15 cent, 30 cent, whatever the profit is, I take it and I live to fight another day. That's discipline, guys. See, a lot of you, now, that's my strategy though. Your strategy might be, well, golly, I'm gonna buy it for $12 and I'm just gonna wait until it get to $20. Ain't nothing wrong with that strategy if that's your strategy. Nothing wrong with it. I'm just telling you my strategy. My strategy, and this is where I've redefined this thing and tweaked this thing so that no more. The only way I overstay my welcome is if I get in at 14 and I miscalculate and it immediately goes down to 13 and it stays there all day long. That's the only way I stay in the stock longer until it recovers. I'm not gonna take a loss, right? So I'm not gonna take a loss. So the only way I stay in the stock past normal operating hours, same day I bought it, is if I'm losing money in the stock. I bought it for 14, it's worth 13 now. I gotta wait. Then I do wait. And I've had to do that a few times. But if I got a bird in the hand and I got profit in hand, I'm not gonna let my profit get eaten up in after hours because of market behavior or manipulation and none of that. I'd rather take my little profits, free up my capital so I can be ready to put it in something different tomorrow. And that's the strategy I have, guys. It's not, and again, you don't have to have that strategy. You can have whatever strategy you want. But my strategy is take the bird in the hand, don't get greedy and go for the two in the bush. Can't do it, right? So that's what we did on Tempest AI. Here's a little quickie, and then we're gonna get out of here. So Serve Robotics on Tuesday. Serve Robotics on Tuesday. Before I get to Serve Robotics, y'all know I gotta tell you about MooMoo. Guys, if you want to get up to 30 free stocks from MooMoo, the self-directed brokerage app that I use, they're gonna give you up to 30 free stocks. Here's what you gotta do. You gotta get down to the first link in my description box. Click on the MooMoo link. If you put $100 in your MooMoo account, they're gonna give you what? 5 free stocks, free. And then you take the $100 and you can start buying big boy blue chip paper assets to build your wealth. If you put $2,000 in your new MooMoo brokerage account, they're gonna give you 30 free stocks, publicly traded companies. Guys, don't miss this opportunity, man, to build wealth. These 30 free stocks, listen, man, that could be the money that you use to start funding your little short-term investment strategy if you decide to do that. That's the money. There's the money. It means 30 free stocks. Let's say the 33 stocks are worth $2,000, or they're worth $1,500, or they're worth $1,000, or they're worth $200, they're worth $100. Who cares? It's free money that you can then turn and parlay it and put it into something and try to grow it. So get down in the description box, click on that MooMoo link. And remember, I'm going to send you the tutorial videos. All you got to do is send me an email through my website, www.richardfain.net. Let me know. Second link down in the description box. Let me know you open the MooMoo account, and I'm going to send you the tutorials right now ASAP, guys. So before Tuesday, you know how to use the app. Because as soon as you go sign up today, you're going to send me an email. And get what I'm going to do? I'm going to send you the tutorial videos. And today and Monday, you're going to be looking at the tutorials to learn how to use this thing. So by next week, boom. Now, if you want to rock with me and talk with me about this strategy, you got to be a part of my Wealthbuilders financial community, guys. That's the second link in the description box. You go through my website and you're going to see a join button or a membership button in the website. That'll take you over to Patreon and you can join the Wealth Builders. We got 1,600 Wealth Builders in our financial community. Matter of fact, we got over that. We got about 1,650 right now. And that's where I share a lot of this stuff with the Wealth Builders. Now, I don't tell them what to do. I don't try to tell them what to do. They know I'm not an expert. They know they got to make their own decision, but I do walk them through what I'm doing. And if that's where, if you want to DM me, so you can't email me and ask me any of this stuff, because I'm going to tell you politely to join the Wealth Builders. Because see, I'm not going to shortchange my Wealth Builders who've already made an investment in our financial community. I'm not going to shortchange them. So if you want to one-on-one with me, then you need to join the Wealth Builders. You join the Wealth Builders and send me a direct message through Patreon, and you can ask me anything you want to, and I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on with me and exactly what I'm doing. Not that you need to do that, but I will give you what I'm doing just in case you want to copy the plan. See, well, can you post all of your, everything you do? No, because I'm not here to give you a fish. I'm here to teach you how to fish. If I just spoon feed you everything, I'm giving you a fish. What you gonna learn to do if I get ran over by a bus tomorrow? You done, because you depending on me. You don't need to depend on me. You don't need to depend on anybody but you. Get the information, understand what you're getting yourself into, set aside a little bit of money that you can stand losing if you do lose it, and go to work and start building up the nest egg. Start building up the fund. That's all I did, guys. I take the money that I earn from my day job and I take a piece of it and I put it in this strategy. If I lose it, I lose it. But I haven't lost any. Matter of fact, I made a bunch in 6 weeks. Why? Because I just follow the numbers, man. I just follow the numbers. You got to understand the whole point of the stock market is to make money, guys. Even in these little gorilla stocks. Why? Because somebody wants to invest in these little gorilla stocks because they want to be a part of the next Microsoft. They want to be a part of the next Walmart. And what's a better way? They call them 100 baggers. See, people out there want to be a 100 bagger. What is a 100 bagger? That's somebody that buys a little micro company, and before you know it, you get 100x on your return. And that happens, guys. They call them 100 baggers. See, people are hunting 100 baggers. So they're going to invest in these little companies like Serve Robotics and SoundHound. Whether NVIDIA in them or not, guys, doesn't matter. They're going to invest in them. Why? Because they want to catch a 100 bagger. What is going to happen if Serve Robotics 100x's and you in there early? Sky's the limit. 20 years ago, if you'd have bought NVIDIA 20 years ago, you'd be well over a millionaire. $1,000 investment too, by the way. $1,000 investment in NVIDIA 20 years ago, you'd be a multi-millionaire right now. That's a 100 bagger, guys. Now, every company ain't going 100 bag. Now, most companies, it take them 10 to 20 years to become a 100 bagger. But you never know. But the purpose of me telling you this, guys, is because that's why people buy companies like Serve Robotics that don't make no money. That's why people buy SoundHound, because it don't make no money. And all the rest of these little 22 gorilla stocks that I got that don't make no money. They buy them because they're looking for a 100 bagger. I'm just telling you guys, it's about optimism and FOMO. The stock market now is about optimism and FOMO. Yeah, you got your giant companies, but all the rest of them companies in there, it's all optimism and FOMO. But you and I, if we position ourselves properly, we can take advantage of that. And that's what I've been doing over these last 6 weeks, just taking advantage of these little companies and people who invest their money in them looking for a 100 bagger. I'm not looking for a 100 bagger in these little companies. I'm looking for a $1 to $2 to $3 a share. That's all I'm looking for. Buy low, sell high, and just be very disciplined and do that every single day the market is open. That's what I do. No candlesticks, no reading charts, no options, all this other complicated technical. And you do know 1% of people that day trade make money, 1%. You do know 1 to 2% of people that options trade make money. The rest of y'all don't make no money. You lose money. Why? It's very, very complicated. This what I do is not complicated. This is very simple for the average everyday person to take advantage of fluctuations in these little bitty companies who everybody believes will be a 100-bagger. That's it. It's simple. I take advantage of $1 to $2 to $3 fluctuations in the stock price of these little small micro companies that people are betting on, that they believe at some point they might be a 100-bagger. They might 100x. I take advantage of that FOMO every single day. Very simple for the average person to do. But you know where a lot of people get into trouble? Fear. They get in trouble because they don't want to lose this little money that they got, and that's rightfully so. Then don't do it. This is what I tell people to do. Get you a little side hustle, put your $2,000 or $3,000 together from a side hustle that has nothing to do with your retirement funds. It has nothing to do with your emergency fund. It has nothing to do with your kids' tuition. It has nothing to do with your car payment. You go get your little side hustle and put together $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 that you can lose. And that's what you start your strategy with. You do not start your strategy with your emergency fund, or your kids' tuition, or your mortgage payment, or your car payment, or no. Why we won't get side hustles and give up something in the short term to get everything we want in the long term, I do not know why most people won't do that. Just get you a little side hustle for a few weeks or a month. Get your $5,000 or $6,000 together, or $500 together. I got wealth builders who put in all different types of money in this strategy, guys. Some put in a lot of money, some put in a little money. Some make $3 a day, $100 a day, $500 a day. Some make $12,000 a week. It all depends on what risk you're willing to take and what money you got to put in. Because somebody gonna get rich off these 22 gorilla stocks every single day, guys. I guarantee you that. See, what you got to understand is I don't worry about the stock price. What I worry about is that I got the right entry and the right exit. I don't worry about if Serve Robotics dropped from $19 a share to, closed at $19 a share on Thursday, and then it closed at $13 a share on Friday. Those $6, I don't worry about that because I know that has nothing to do with Serve Robotics business performance, in my opinion. That's all market behavior. So guess what? I just reset my entry at 12 instead of 16. That's it. I just reset my entry. Okay, $12 a share, not great. We'll let it work itself back up, and it will. You mark my words. You mark my words, Serve Robotics will be $19, $20 a share again in the near future. Just telling you guys, it will be. SoundHound will get itself back to $14, $15, $16 a share again. It will, guys. Why? People are looking for 100-baggers. I keep telling y'all, people are looking for 100-baggers. And if I can get a little company where I got a little bit of money, let's say I got $1,000 and I can buy SoundHound at $10 a share. Guys, that's 100 shares for me. If I sit on that 100 shares for 10 years and that 100 shares, that $1,000 goes to $100,000, you think I ain't happy? If I'm one of these people that believe that can happen, I'm happy. Somebody gonna buy these stocks again, guys. I don't care what the video says or did or what, it doesn't matter to me. Somebody gonna buy. So what do? Readjust my entry from $16 a share for Serve Robotics to 12. That's the readjustment. Why? Because that's what the market said the low point was on Friday. See, the market will tell you what the low point is. That's why you got the low of the day. So I tell y'all, go look at the low of the day on Yahoo Finance. That's what the market is telling you what's happening. The market is telling you right now, this is what the lowest stock price for this stock today. And then I just average them out over 20 trading days. Now, I'm not going to do that for another 20 trading days on Serve because of the big drop. So I don't want to convolute things by adding in higher. So I'll wait. That doesn't mean I'm not going to buy. I'm going to buy on Tuesday if the right direction. Listen, guys, if I feel a tailwind on Tuesday, I'm going to buy me 10,000 shares of Serve Robotics. If that thing is at $12 a share, if it dips anywhere in the 12s and I see any type of tailwind taking it back up, I'm in 10,000 shares. And all I need is 13 and some change. Let's say I go 12.75. All I need is 13.75. On Friday, it closed at 13.85. See, this is how I think, right? It ain't technical. You can say I don't know what I'm doing, but I done made. All right. So here's what we're doing. Here's what I'm doing. I'm going to serve robotics anywhere in the 12s, as long as I feel like there's a tailwind. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to get 10,000 shares. I'm going to ride it up $1. I'm going to pull the parachute cord. I'm going to make 10 grand. Here's what I'm doing on SoundHound. SoundHound is $10 a share. If it opens higher but falls, I'm not going to play this game where I'm buying it as soon as it opens. I'm going to figure out which way the wind blowing. If the wind is blowing with a tailwind towards the price going higher, and if I can get in anywhere between in the 10s, that's where I want to be on Tuesday in SoundHound. And then what will happen is, as the stock price slowly moves itself up and it can stay there, I'll move up my entry based on how high the stock can go and where it can close at and where it opens at. So every day the market is open, I'll reassess and I'll look at, okay, last 3 days, serve is opened at 13 and some change, and it ain't even got out of the 13s. It ain't even been back to the 12s. So maybe now I move my entry up to 13. So that's how I'll do it. But I'm ready to go, ready to deploy money. Got all the little money soldiers ready to go for Tuesday. And I got $10,000 for SoundHound. I'm sorry, I got 10,000 shares for SoundHound, and I got 10,000 shares for Serve Robotics. And then I got another, whatever I got left, I'll go either into Super Microcomputer or I'll go into Rocket Lab. Rocket Lab is just a gift that keep on giving. So those are my three. I'm going to be SoundHound, I'm going to be Serve, and I'm going to be Rocket Lab or Super Microcomputer. See, Super Microcomputer, I'm sleeping on them, but boy, I got to wake up, because I'm telling you something. Super Microcomputer might get itself to $50 a share next week, guys. Now, let's see where it closed at. Let me see where I can make my money at in Super Microcomputer. See, I left a lot of money on the table because I was chasing Serve Robotics, right? See, right now it's already 48. Oh my God. This thing is $48 a share, man. My Lord Jesus. I mean, I see what I'm trying to tell y'all? See what I'm telling you? Look at Serve, look at, this is insanity. What the heck? I didn't even look at this on Friday. Oh yeah, the high on Friday was $48.18. The low was $42. Okay, closed at $47.91, and I guess after hours it got itself up to $48.72 after hours. So let's see what happens on on Tuesday, man. Let's see. I may not even be able to get back into Super Microcomputer, because once it gets to $60 a share and up, I ain't buying it no more. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'll find something else. But if I can buy it, if it pulls back a little bit, which it might, maybe I won't even buy Super Microcomputer until it pulls back. But if I can see that it's gonna continue to go higher and I can sneak $5, $6, $7, $8, $10 a share out of it on Tuesday or Wednesday, I may even go into Super Microcomputer on Monday. But right now, the focus is not on Super Microcomputer because it's getting too expensive. Right now, the focus for me is taking advantage of SoundHound, taking advantage of Serve Robotics, because people sleeping on it. So there may be an opportunity for me to pick up some big dollars next week in those two as the stock price starts to climb back to a reasonable dollar amount based on the last 30 days of history. And I think it will start it next week, because again, there is no business performance issues in my opinion, right? So I think we start moving back up. We start moving back up next week. And if I can slip in at $12 a share, slip in at $10 on SoundHound, $12 on Serve Robotics, that's a good entry. And then y'all already know what the exit is. And then Rocket Lab, obviously, anytime I can buy it at the $27 a share range, anywhere in the $27 a share, I'm buying. So on Tuesday, if it's in the 27s, I'm buying it. Because I know at least it's going to get to 28 and some change, and I'll make at least $1. And at some point, I'm going to buy that 27 next week. This is what I believe now, because I believe they got their earnings coming up here real soon. I don't know if it's next week or the week after that, but they're coming. So at some point, I'm going to buy Rocket Lab at 27, and it's going to catch a tailwind and go to 30 or 31. And man, when that happens, that's why I'm in this thing every day, man, because I believe at some point it's going to catch a tailwind and get itself to 31 or $32 a share, or maybe even 33. One day now. This is what I believe. That doesn't mean it's going to happen, but this is what I believe. And my goodness, guys, if I'm in at 27, I'm not going to be in it overnight, but if I'm in it that day when it runs and I can go from $27 a share to 32 or 33, $6 a share, I'll take it. I'll take $1 though, because that's the mandate. But if it's running, right? If it's running, all I got to do is put in a stop. Run it past, when it runs past 28, whatever for my dollar, I put a stop and let it keep running. So if it falls back down, I still got the stop in there and boop, and I can sell out of it and still keep my $1, right? I can put that into the math if I want to do it that way. So here's the thing, guys. All of this is speculative. It's highly volatile. It's very risky, and I'm willing to take that risk. You may not be, and don't. This is videos for entertainment purposes only. This is not financial advice. This is giving you guys an update on what my strategy is on Tuesday, February 18th. And I just told you my strategy. This is all highly speculative, and I could lose it all. But guess what? The spoils go to the brave. That's the motto I live by. The spoils go to the brave. And I'm not scared, because scared money don't make no money. And I got somewhere to get to. And I'm willing to get there. That doesn't mean I'm neglecting my long-term wealth building strategy where the safe money is. So I got the safe money over here in the long-term strategy, and then I got the speculative money over here in the short-term strategy. See, the speculative money, I got to take extra risk if I want extra reward. I don't want to take much risk on the long-term money, right? I don't want to take risk on that. So that's why I put it in an S&P 500 ETF. That's why I put it in FTEC, which is the Information Technology ETF. And that's why I put 20% of it in the Magnificent Seven. So 80% of the long-term money is in ETFs. They're the expert. 20% of the Magnificent Seven, too big to fail. And then I got the speculative money over here for these 22 gorilla stocks, highly volatile. These little gorillas will bite you. They will scratch your eyes out. They'll take one of your arms off. These little gorilla stocks. So you got to be watching them. You got to be careful around them. You can't get greedy around them. Very, very speculative. Very, very risky. But my goodness, man, if you get some discipline in your life and you stick to the numbers, you certainly can make some money. At least I have. So that's it, man. Appreciate y'all. Again, get down in the description box, click on the MooMoo link, open up the MooMoo account. Listen, man, you put $100 in it, they're going to give you 5 free stocks. You put $2,000 in your MooMoo account, they're gonna give you 30 free stocks. For some of y'all, that's your little side hustle money. That's your little money you can use to start if you want to, and then take your $2,000 and put it in something safe. And then take that MooMoo money, it's free money. Flip it, flip the free money. Take the 2,000 and put it in something safe, like an S&P 500 ETF, and forget about it and just keep adding to it through DCA. But take the 30 free stocks money, and that's your free money. Try the strategy out if you want to. I don't know. I'm just saying, no guarantees, but that's what you can do if you hit that first link, that MooMoo link, and open up that MooMoo account. You can do that. You can get 30 free stocks. Listen, man, them 30 free stocks can be anywhere from $2 a share up to $2,000 a share. I don't know, because MooMoo has a random thing they do to pick those. But even if I got 30 free stocks and they were $60, I got $60 that I could take $60 and buy a little gorilla stock like NVTS. Yeah, I think that's it, NVTS. I could buy a little gorilla stock like NVTS that's trading for, under $3 a share. When I know history tells me if I go to Yahoo Finance over the last 30 days, guess what it's gotten up to? Over $4 a share. Y'all see where I'm going? I take my little $60. What's that? What's the math on that? What's the math? Well, here's the math. Guys, I'm just thinking out loud, right? I'm thinking out loud. Let's say the worst case scenario, I got $60 from MooMoo, free stocks. I take that $60 and I divide it by, let's say, $2.50. Let's say I pick up NVTS for $2.50. Historically, it says it can go over $4, $4.25, $4.50, right? Boom. Now I just picked up 24 shares for free of NVTS, 24 shares for free. Let's say it goes to $4.50. Remember, I got $60 in it now. It goes to $4.50. So I got 24 shares times $4.50. I just made $108 minus out my 60. I just put $48.50 in my pocket for free. And guess what I'm doing now? Now I'm learning. See, now I'm learning on MooMoo's money. I'm learning on MooMoo's money. Not my money. I'm learning on MooMoo's money. Oh, goodness gracious. I made a decent little trade. Okay, great, man. Let me just keep discipline. Okay, I got $108 now. I started with 60. I got 108. Let's take that 108. Let's find another little gorilla stock. Maybe we find GEVO that's trading at like 175, but we know it can get to 350 because the 30-day look back tells us that. Now I can go into GEVO, take my $100. It's trading at 185 a share. Take my $100, my $108, divide it by 1.85. Now I got 58 shares of GEVO. Or I got, what's another good one that I like? DATS. 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 I can pick up DATS at $2.50 a share. The look back window, the 30-day look back window says it can get to $5 a share. It's done it in the last 30 days. You see where I'm going with this, guys? So that $60 from MooMoo that you got in free stock, worst case scenario, you get $60 for your 30 free shares. You take that $60 and turn it into $1,000 in a matter of a week or two. And then you take that $1,000 and you turn it into $10,000. And then you take that $10,000, you turn it into $100,000. All from what? 30 free stocks from MooMoo that were free. Because all I did was as I made these little small investments, guess what I was doing, guys? I was learning. See, I learn from doing. I'm not going to risk the house. I'm going to not risk the kids' tuition. I'm not going to risk my mortgage payment. But if I can get 30 free stocks and get $100 out of those 30 free stocks from MooMoo, I'll risk that. Because that's free. I hate my mortgage. I'd never risk my mortgage. I'd never risk my kids' tuition. I'd never risk my emergency fund. But 60, 100, 150 free dollars from MooMoo for trying out their brokerage app? Oh, I'll risk that. And I might be able to add a zero to it. And then another zero. And then another zero. As I learn. See, because I learn as I do. I get better at it. I get better at reading numbers. I get better at following patterns. I don't know. Some of y'all, the light bulb is on, but some of y'all in the dark, and that's fine. Maybe this is just entertainment for you. But for me, I'm serious about this, and I'm serious about those that want to learn. Listen, man, if you want to be a part of the financial community that I have called Wealthbuilders, second link down in the description box is my website link, www.richardfane.net. We got 1,600 plus members, guys. About 9 months. And all we do is help each other build wealth. No experts, nobody telling you what to do, just dropping golden nuggets, tips, best practices, what's working, what's not working, just a steady flow of information. Just a steady flow of information which you will not get in the matrix. Because you're alone in the matrix, and the matrix don't want you to build no wealth. The matrix want you to be broke. They want you to work very hard and spend every dime you make to make them more wealthy. That's what the matrix is going to teach you. That's all they've ever taught you. But see, in my financial community, we have given up the matrix way of thinking, and we think that all of us collectively are stronger and we can help each other build wealth, real wealth, right? Passive income type of wealth. So what do? We come together as a group and we help each other. That's what we do. If you want to be a part of that, hit that membership button, that join button in the website. It'll take you over to Patreon. Sign up, man. Come join us. And when you get there, get yourself to the community chat and introduce yourself and watch what happens. Get yourself in that community chat on Tuesday morning when the stock market opens. Be in our community chat on Tuesday morning when the stock market opens and see what's going down in there. See what's going down on Tuesday morning, February 18th at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Be in that community chat and see what's going down. Just a bunch of people helping one another. Guys, here's what I'm doing. What are you doing? Here's an article about this. Here's why this is happening. Wait, you ain't gonna get that in the Matrix. Who gonna tell you that other than in the Wealth Builders? Nobody. Because you out here on your own. Ain't nobody trying to help you in the real world, guys. No one's trying to help you in the real world and in the Matrix. You got to find you a community of people who want to help you. Maybe it's not the Wealth Builders. Go find you another one, but find a community of like-minded people that are willing to help you with information, not tell you what to do. Tell me exactly what you're doing and what I should do. That's not what we're there to do. We're not there to give you a fish. We're there to teach you how to fish. What I just gave you today, guys, was teaching you how to fish. I gave you exactly what I do and the resources that I use and exactly what I look for. You take what you need. If you don't want any of it, throw it all back. Erase the video out your mind. Just clear out your filter system when you get out of the video and just forget about it. But for those of you that are serious about building wealth, man, I just told you, get yourself, if you ain't got no money, let's say you got money, but you just don't have, you got money that you want to invest long-term. Let's say you got the $2,000 you put into your MooMoo account and you want to buy some big boy blue chip ETFs to build your wealth long-term. You're going to contribute to them monthly through dollar cost averaging. But you don't have no money that you can play around with this short strategy. The free stocks will be the money that you use to play around with the short strategy. The free stocks, because they got a dollar amount attached to them. You can trade them in and turn them to cash and buy whatever you want to, or you can keep them. That's up to you. So get down in the description box, click on that MooMoo link and come join us, man. We'd love to have you in the Wealth Builders. Consider the Wealth Builders. Appreciate y'all, man. I'm about to get out of here. Just wanted to give y'all a little update. Again, guys, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I am not a trained stock market analyst. I don't know nothing about candlesticks. I don't know nothing about no options trading. I don't know nothing about no charts. I don't know nothing about no day trade. I don't know nothing about any of that other stuff. All I know is I go to Yahoo Finance. I got these 22 stocks. I go look at the history of the stock price. I determine what's a low stock price that I can get in at. And history says this is how high it has went. So you ain't got to be a rocket scientist. If history says the stock price was $14 a share on average for the last 20 trading days, and on average, the high stock price was $14, you ain't got to be a rocket scientist to know at some point you can buy that 12 and it'll go to 14. History says that. That's all I'm saying, guys. This is not rocket scientists. You do not need to read your candlesticks and all this other crap. All you got to do is look at the stock price. Look at the low, look at the high, average them out over the last 20 days. Even if you want to go last 30 trading days, just average them out. And oh golly, man, I'm not good with putting that kind of stuff in the calculator. Can you cut and paste? Can you cut and paste and put it in ChatGPT? And ask ChatGPT to give you the average. It will. Boom. Now you got the free money from MooMoo. Now you got your entry and your exit on whatever one of these little, and I'll send you the 22 gorilla stocks, but you got to be a member in the Wealth Builders financial community. I'll send you the 22 gorilla stocks, all 22 of them, but you got to be a member of the Wealth Builders financial community, and you have to DM me on Patreon, and I'll send you the 22 gorilla stocks. And I will be there to answer any of your questions, not because I'm an expert, because I've been doing this and I've had success at it. So I'd be more than happy to share with you my experience and my tips. But I'm not going to say, well, hey, John, get into it at this price, sell it at, that's not what I'm finna tell you. So if that's what you're looking for, you got the wrong guy. What I'm here to tell you is, hey man, what's your goals with this thing? What are you trying to get accomplished? How much money do you have? This is not money that you cannot afford to lose. Okay, great. Here are a couple things to think about. Here's what I've done. And then you can make your own adult decision whether you want to do it or not. But you're only going to get that guidance as if you're in the Wealth Builders. So consider joining the Wealth Builders if you want to have that one-on-one dialogue with me. I'm not doing it through email, so don't email me asking for the 22. I'm not giving them to you. You got to be in the Wealth Builders. See, you help me, I help you. You help us, we help you. This is how it works, guys, right? So appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a great Sunday. I hope you're killing the weekend and having a good time. Monday is a national holiday, no stock market, but man, get ready to go for Tuesday morning, man. It's going to be a monster week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, guys, those 4 days, you do it right, it'll change your life. You get it right, you change your life. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You will change your life. Appreciate y'all, man. If you're rocking with me, hit that thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button if you're rocking with me. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing, share the video, smash the like button. Thoughts became things. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy, get wealthy. And I'm going to catch you guys on the next video.